He slept in a car. Today, he owns the company that makes them. This is the true story of Jason Carter, a man who went from rock bottom to building a $1 million empire, and it all started with one broken laptop. Jason Carter wasn't born into wealth, privilege, or even stability. At 19, he was living in a rusty 2001 Honda Civic parked behind a gas station on the outskirts of Phoenix, Arizona. He had no money, no family support, and no college degree. Just a backpack with 2 shirts, a cracked phone, and a second-hand laptop that barely turned on. He'd lost his job at a warehouse 2 weeks before. Rent was overdue. Friends had stopped answering. Nights were cold, mornings were cruel, and every day felt like a silent battle to survive. But Jason had one thing that kept burning inside him: hunger. Not just for food, but for a way out. He would sit in that parked car every night, stealing Wi-Fi from a nearby fast food joint, typing on that broken laptop until his fingers ached. At first, he tried to apply for jobs. Dozens. Then hundreds. No luck. So he tried something different. He Googled how to make money online without a degree. That was the night everything shifted. He found a blog post about freelance copywriting, something he'd never heard of. He read it 3 times, then downloaded free guides, watched YouTube videos, and studied every free resource he could find. He made a promise to himself: if I can get one client, just one person to pay me $50, I'll never stop. And after 2 weeks of cold emails, long nights, and endless rejections, a woman from North Carolina finally said yes. She paid him $75 to write a product description for her Etsy store. It wasn't just a win. It was proof. Jason took that $75 and reinvested all of it, buying a proper keyboard, upgrading his hotspot, and setting up a real website. He learned branding. He learned marketing psychology. He wrote ads, emails, sales pages, whatever people needed. He stopped thinking like a broke kid and started thinking like a business. By the end of that year, Jason was making over $3,000 a month from freelance clients. He was no longer sleeping in his car. He rented a studio apartment, got health insurance, and bought himself a real mattress, the first one he'd ever owned. But he didn't stop there. He noticed how many other young people were in the same place he used to be: stuck, broke, and invisible to the system. So he created a YouTube channel, teaching the exact steps he used to escape poverty. He called it Rising from Nothing. The channel exploded. People didn't just see tutorials, they saw someone who lived it. Someone who was them. His most viral video, How I Went from Car Sleeping to 6 Figures Without College, got 2.3 million views in a month. He launched a course, then a coaching program, then a digital agency. At 26, Jason Carter made his first million. At 28, he bought the commercial lot where he used to sleep in his car and turned it into a co-working space for underprivileged youth. He now runs a 7-figure business helping everyday people build online careers through writing, design, and digital marketing. His company has trained over 80,000 students across all 50 states. But when asked what he's most proud of, Jason doesn't mention the cars, the interviews, or the mansion in Scottsdale. He talks about the email he got from a 16-year-old girl in Detroit who used his free guide to buy groceries for her family. He talks about the man who messaged him saying, "Your video saved my life." Because for Jason Carter, success isn't just about getting rich. It's about reaching back down and pulling others up. He slept in a car. He built a $1 million company. But his real legacy is proving to the next kid out there that rock bottom isn't where your story ends, it's where your comeback begins.